Hey, what's up, Midux? You woke up from your slumber? What year is it, Midux? What year is it? You don't know. Let's begin. On our knees. And we're gonna start with something different. Untuck your toes and sit toward your heels. And then, you know the tops of your ankles, the tops of your feet? Basically, we're going to stretch that area out. And the way I do it is by bringing my hands down on on the mat. And then I lift the knees up. And that pries the top of my feet. And I do this dynamically, so I love to do it like this. And, you know, I don't know how it feels for you, but for me, I do this every so often. I like to do it. Okay. While we're here, let's tuck the toes and sit on our heels. And we could actually, instead of just staying statically, we can also do the same thing where we go toward the back here, like use our hands to bring the knees up and then bring the knees down. Let's go back to the same position where we tuck the toe, untuck the toes. Do the same stretch and see how different it feels. Feel more opening, more range already? Probably. Let's put our hands down and do some palm pulses where all we do is we raise our palms off the floor while the fingers stay on and bring them back down. Keep both palms and everything flat on the ground and just only rotate your elbows. Elbow pit spiraling forward and backwards. All throughout. While we're doing this little wrist-oriented warm-up, let's continue it by bringing our palms up, but our fingers facing our knees. And this is generally in an uncomfortable position. And from here, to make it more uncomfortable, try to sit toward your heels and come back up. If that's too much, just bring your hands closer to your knees. But dynamically, you can work on sitting toward your heels and coming back up. Sitting toward your heels and coming back up. You don't actually have to go all the way down. Try to straighten your elbows. Maybe try to bring the elbow pits forward. And then dynamically move in and out. A little more. Okay, and then let's release that. I know it's intense. You didn't sign up for this. I don't even know what I'm doing. Where am I taking this class today? Where am I going with it? I don't know. So, with that said, what should we do? Let's do something different. Completely different. Lay on our backs. So feet are both flat on the floor like this, knees up. And just raise your butt up into a bridge position. I like to curl the tailbone and just go up one vertebrae at a time. grab the sides of your yoga mat and then try to bring your shoulders back together so that it makes your chest puff out. Squeeze your abs. And now let's make this a little bit harder. So firm up the left foot. So really press down with your left foot and then bring the right knee up toward your chest. And then straighten the right leg up toward the sky. Bring the toes that you're looking at toward your face, heel reaching up to the ceiling or sky. And let's bring it back down. Again, reiterate, puffing the chest out. Firm up now the right foot. Put more weight on the right foot. And then raise the left knee in toward your chest. And then straighten the left leg out. Toes toward your face. Knee straight. And let's set it down. Alright, release the hands only. And then release the shoulders as well, so they kind of drop down. And then squeeze the abs and lower down slowly. One vertebrae at a time. That's an awesome back bend. And speaking of back bends, let's do another back bend. Let's do one of my favorite little back bends. This is going to be the one we do from reverse plank. So we're going to get into a reverse plank eventually. Put your fingers facing backwards. Bring the shoulders back together. First we go into a reverse tabletop by just raising the hips up. Bringing the shoulders back even more together. Straighten one leg out and then the other. So now you're in reverse plank. Put the big toes together and try to bring the feet or the big toes down toward the ground. And try to raise the hips up even more. Bring the shoulders back together. Chest up. Now here's the back bend part. Keep your chest up as high as possible as you lower your butt down. So keep your chest up, keep looking up. And the only thing coming down is your butt. That should feel pretty good because now you're in a slight back bend while you're sitting in this staff pose type of position. From here, let's go back into it. Reverse tabletop. Straighten one leg out at a time. Big toes touching. Toes down toward the floor. Lift the hips up. Chest up. Shoulder blades back together. And then lower the butt down slowly as the chest stays up. Okay. Now release those hands. Take a moment here to just breathe. Let's sit on our backs, lay on our backs. Hug both knees in toward your chest. Gently just rock. Just rock your knees in and out. Super gently. Put one foot down with the knee up. Grab behind the thigh and raise it up. So for me, my right foot is down and my left foot is up in the sky, and I'm stretching my left hamstrings because I'm grabbing the back of my left thigh. And if I want to take the stretch deeper, I can do two things. I can reach for my calves, or I can go back to the thighs and lower this right leg, this right foot down. And if I want to go one step further, obviously with that foot down, I can go back and reach for the calves. So that's the double whammy. And of course, you can go even higher and grab your feet maybe, but I'm not doing that. But you get the idea. Alright, let's bring the right foot up as well, switch sides. I'm going to begin with my left foot flat on the mat as I straighten my right leg up to the sky. Let's go through that sequence again. Instead of just holding behind the thighs, maybe grab behind the calves with a straight, try to keep the knees straight. You know, if you can't, you can't. You will be able to eventually if you just work on it. I couldn't do any of this stuff before. The body is malleable. Whatever messages you give it, it adapts. Now from here I'm going to go back, lower my grasp between the thighs, and then straighten the left leg back onto the floor, fully onto the floor. Remember to breathe. And I'm going to slide my hand up my calves. You don't have to, but I am. Just to make it a little more extreme. Okay. And let's release that. Set everything down. Hands to the heart. Lay down on your back. Feel your breath. Feel the air rushing in through your nose and out. That sensation of your air, of the air rushing in or out of your nose, is always there. Remember that. And if there's something you want to meditate on or focus on, that's always available to you. If it's not available to you, then either you're talking too much or you're dead. Two very different scenarios. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.